These are the exact steps you need to become unrecognizable by summer of 2025. And today, what I'm gonna break down is the exact 6-month plan I would give to someone if they were not going to hire a coach so they could look and feel their best come summer 2025. Now, here's the thing. Of course, having a coach, having someone to hold you accountable and to walk you through each of these steps is going to be the fastest and most effective way to get there. I know that is not the most affordable nor the easiest option for everyone, and not everyone is in that position to do so. So what I want to do today is give you the exact steps I would give to someone so that you can take action and look and feel your best 6 months from now. Yes, 6 months is a very realistic time to make a dramatic transformation and to literally become unrecognizable by this summer. So what I'm going to do is every month, I'm gonna have one habit, one skill, one thing I want you to focus on, and that's it. The biggest mistake I see people make is trying to change everything all at once, every single year. I've been doing this for 6 years now, and I've seen time and time again, what people do is they try changing too many things all at once. And all this leads to is failure. And the last thing I want you to do is come back every New Year's, set new goals, and have to struggle through the same exact problem. So this time around, you're gonna do it the right way. You're gonna go slow, you're gonna go steady, and you're gonna build these skills and habits into your lifestyle so you can actually sustain your results forever. So my promise to you is that if you follow these 6 steps, I can promise you that you're not only going to look your best, you're not only gonna feel your best, but you're going to be able to keep these results forever. So let's start with month number 1. I want you to focus on lifting weights. So when I say lifting weights, a lot of people think I gotta go to the gym and I gotta work out 6, 7, 8 days a week. That is so unrealistic. How many days a week can you work out? You might think 5, you might think 6. Now let me rephrase the question. How many days a week can you work out for the rest of your entire life? That answer might have just changed. Maybe it's 2, maybe it's 3. What I think is going to be best for you, which is most people, is a full body workout 2 to 3 days a week. That's it. A full body workout that is structured to focus on one exercise per muscle group, doing 2 to 4 sets per exercise, doing anywhere from 6 to 15 reps is going to be the absolute best and most effective way to build muscle and to speed up your metabolism. By the way, I have a guide called the 6 Ways to Maximize Muscle Gain. It's in the description below. If you want that, go and snag it. It will give you a rough breakdown of how to build a program for yourself. Or I have another podcast where I go really in depth on how to build your own program, and that's in the description as well. So that being said, month 1, no other focus, nothing else should be on your mind, but can I show up to the gym 2 to 3 days a week? That is all. And if you're able to do that, consider January a success. Now that you're lifting consistently, in month number 2, we're gonna be focusing on your protein intake. One of the next most important things on your health and fitness journey is to give your body the fuel and the building blocks it needs to build muscle. Building muscle is going to be the most effective way to speed up your metabolism. Why is this important? Having muscle is going to make your results, your fat loss, your muscle building more sustainable. Faster metabolism means I can eat more food on a daily basis without gaining weight. So protein is one of the most essential nutrients for you to build muscle and to get stronger in the gym, which is gonna help with your muscle building. To find how much protein you should eat is take your goal weight, multiply that by 0.8, and that will give you how many grams of protein you should have every single day. If you miss your protein goal, you cannot make up for it the next day. Missing a protein goal is one of the worst things you can do. It's only going to slow down your progress and extend the time horizon of how long it's gonna take you to get to your goal. So what I suggest is every single day, hit that minimum protein intake like your life depends on it. And if you want to maximize your results, if you want to get the most bang for your buck from your workouts, you want to absolutely destroy any results you've ever had in the past, multiply your goal weight times 1. That will give you the exact number of grams you should hit every single day in order to maximize your muscle gain and maximize the potential of your metabolism increasing in this time period. So month 1, make sure we're lifting consistently. Month 2, we're lifting and hitting our protein intake. And now you're ready for step number 3. So now that we're lifting, now that we're hitting our protein intake, now we need to focus on our recovery, which is sleep. Sleep is one of the biggest things that I messed up early on in my journey. When I was 20 years old, I was in college, partying all the time, living my best life. The one thing that I did that slowed down my progress the most was I was not getting good enough or long enough amount of sleep. So one of the easiest ways that you can actually maximize the speed up of your metabolism, help your hormones regulate properly, and speed up the process of you seeing results is getting enough sleep. So what I suggest is being in bed for at least 8 hours. Why do I say this? Because when you're in bed for 8 hours, that tells me you're probably gonna take 30 minutes or so to kind of wind down and actually fall asleep. So that means you're getting about 7 hours. In order to get proper recovery, to build most amount of muscle, we need at least 7 hours of sleep to help our body recover. In the ideal world, what does this mean? You should be in bed for 9 hours because that's gonna give you 8 hours of sleep. The more sleep you can get, the better. And the better the quality that sleep is, the better your results will be. So those are the 3 things to start with. The first 3 months, there's literally 3 habits. That's it. We don't need to overcomplicate things. Adding too much, or especially early on in your journey, is only going to make your results less sustainable and increase your likelihood of failure. So the first 3 months, lift, eat your protein every single day, hit that protein intake, and focus on your sleep. This means you should probably be mindful of your sleep on your weekends when most people are going out. You might have to sacrifice some of that sometimes. Now, by the way, I still want you to live your life. Going out every once in a while, totally fine. Just make sure you get your sleep. We have an amazing routine established with our lifting. We're getting good protein intake in, we're sleeping, we're getting that recovery. Now we can start to focus more on how are we going to lose body fat so we can look and feel amazing in the summer of 2025. Well, one of the next steps in month 4 is steps. We want to start getting more movement on a daily basis. For the 4th month, on top of those first 3, we're going to be setting a step goal. Now, you're more than likely moving more than you were before at the beginning of the year by having these 3 steps already into your lifestyle. But if we really want to accelerate the fat loss we're seeing, we are going to set a goal for at least 8,000 steps a day. 8,000 should be the bare minimum. That should be the floor. Nothing lower than that on a daily basis. If we want to really maximize things, we want to go above and beyond, be more unrecognizable by 2025, I would set a goal for 10 to 12,000 steps on a daily basis. Yes, this means you're gonna have to go out of your way to get those steps in. Maybe going to the gym and walking on the treadmill for 30 minutes. Maybe taking your dog for an extra walk every day. Maybe parking further every time you go into work every day so you can get those extra steps in. One of the most dramatic shifts in results I see with my clients is when we take their workouts being consistent, they're hitting their protein intake, they're getting good sleep and recovery, and once we add in these steps, it makes the world of a difference. The amount of extra calories you burn every day can have a huge impact on the amount of fat you're burning. Think about it like this. 10,000 steps a day burns about 500 calories. 500 calories 7 days a week is 3,500 calories. Did you know that that's a pound of fat loss a week just from moving more? I bet you didn't. And I highly recommend you make the shift to get you moving towards that amazing body and the amazing health, the amazing happiness, the quality of life you want by the summer of 2025. We have an amazing routine so far. We're lifting consistently, we have a protein intake, we're sleeping consistently, we're moving consistently. Now we can dial in even more. And this is where things get fun and a little more challenging as well. Because in month 5, we actually start to focus on calories. Calories is, again, where we're gonna see the biggest transformation in our fat loss because you cannot fix something you're not aware of. So in month 5, we actually are gonna track our food. I need you to go on your phone and download MyFitnessPal. And I want you to start tracking your food every day. And once you track your food for about 1 to 2 weeks, I want you to average it out and see how many calories am I consuming on a daily basis. If you're a female and you're eating less than 1,200 every day, I repeat, do not lower your calories. You are already not eating enough. And honestly, I think if you actually increase your calories, you'd probably lose more weight. If you're a male and you're eating less than 1,500, do not lower your calories. If anything, I suggest you increase them. If you're a male, you're eating well over 2,000, ideally close to 2,500, subtract 500 calories and you will start to lose weight with ease. If you're a female and you're eating over 2,000 calories, I would suggest then you can go into a deficit. If you are not above or near those calorie intakes, do not cut your calories. I promise you it will become the most challenging thing to stay consistent, number 1. And number 2, your results will not be sustainable. So the next step would be, okay, if you're a female and you're not quite to 2,000, bump your calories up slowly to get up to 2,000. This is called a reverse diet. I can get into that into another video, but what I would suggest is working your way up there first before cutting, or else you're going to put yourself in a very unsustainable position. If you're a male, you're around 2,000, go up to 2,500. period, stay there for a few weeks or a month, and then you can cut back. But ultimately, the point is here is I want you to become aware of your calorie intake. So in this 5th month of this process, the calories, you becoming aware of what you're putting in your body, just that alone is going to help you dial in and be more consistent with the amount of food and the quality of the food that you're putting in your body. And that ties into month 6. Month 6 is usually where people are very consistent. You've already established some of the most important habits and skills in your lifestyle. And this is typically where you and I have decided we're not going back. We're already so far into this journey that you've established that this is now part of your lifestyle. And one of the last steps that I like to see my clients make in order to sustain these results forever is starting to enjoy cooking. When you start to cook more often, you'll start to realize how much easier it is to lose weight because you know exactly what's in the food you're consuming. You know exactly how many calories, how many carbs, how many fats, how many proteins. You know the quality of the food that you're putting in your body. And when you're cooking more often, it's a lot easier to know precisely what's going in your body. A lot of the times we go eat out, we can find a healthy restaurant, but we don't know how that food's cooked. We don't know the other ingredients that are used in it. So when we're tracking our food, it's a lot less accurate. So sure, you may say you had a 1,200 calorie day, a 2,000 calorie day, a 1,500 calorie day, but if you don't have a scale, if you're not making the food, you could be off by 2, 3, 4, 500 calories, which again is ultimately going to have a huge impact on your results. So once you actually start cooking a majority of your food and you're completely aware of what's going in your body, I promise you, these 6 steps will lead you to looking and feeling your absolute best in 2025. In 6 months, you start lifting, you start focusing on your protein, you start sleeping more and getting better quality sleep. Then you add your steps in month 4. You start being aware of the calories you're putting in your body. And by the way, I hope you took a little bit of notes on what I said about the calories so when you get there, you know what to do. In month 6, you're gonna be cooking. Those are 6 new habits you have in 6 months from now. And by the time you get to that 6-month mark, I will guarantee, and my promise to you is that you're going to look in the mirror and you will be literally unrecognizable. You will not even know who you're looking at because you're going to look completely different. You're gonna feel completely different. You're going to be excited about how much more energy you have on a daily basis. The confidence, the way your clothes fit is going to be completely different. So all I ask is that go and actually implement this. And without my help, I promise you, you'll see an amazing transformation. And like I said in the beginning, sure, having that accountability and having someone in your corner can help. And if you know you're someone who has the discipline to take action, but also needs that accountability, I'm here for you. Shoot me a message on Instagram. I'm happy to have a conversation with you to see if we're a good fit to work together, and we can talk about what that would look like and what kind of investment you would need to make in yourself in order to have me walk you through these 6 steps and obviously more to get you to your goal in half that amount of time. So 6 months from now, we can look and feel great doing it on your own. Now, what if we could accomplish this in 3 months by having that accountability, by having someone in your corner walking you through every one of these steps and making sure you're implementing it to a T? Would that help you? If so, send me a message on Instagram. If not, these 6 steps are all you need. And if you do it the right way, not only will you look and feel amazing in the summer of 2025, you will be able to keep those results forever. So you'll never have a summer again where you're uncomfortable taking your shirt off, or uncomfortable in your own clothes, or not comfortable to go places because of how you look and feel. These are the only changes you need. 6 steps to the best version of yourself. Now take action, and I hope this was extremely valuable. If you have any questions, please send me messages on Instagram. But aside from that, I hope you have the best day of your entire life. Subscribe and like this for more. Peace.